Bullshit.
U.S. Open, Kern U.S. Open preview.
Recorded live from Ironmonger's gym, largest gym in San Diego.
Powerlifting.
Powerlifting gym.
Someday largest gym. That's the goal. Or
Is that?
most powerlifting.
Well, it is the largest powerlifting gym in San Diego because your sign out there from the Senate says it.
That's
so,
right.
I mean, if you
I
don't
have a Senate
have that,
certificate,
you're assed
strictly
out.
saying,
Yeah.
which
Largest.
means lots of research went into that.
Well, now we're talking about
politicians don't lie. So
No, we're talking about the largest. Let's talk about the largest powerlifting meet probably of the year.
yes, U.S. Open put on by
And no geared lifters, your meets are not the largest because no one knows who competes in there.
Shame.
Unfortunately.
All right, so U.S. Open, put on by Gracie, former V, now Davis, and
Russ Kern.
Russ Kern. Congrats to Gracie on the kiddo coming soon, or not soon, but in the near future.
Yeah, months. You got some time.
So that was good. Okay, yeah. So 3 years running now. I spotted at the first one. I competed at the second
You
one.
almost died at the first one,
Yeah,
basically.
almost died.
When Mr.
Got
Zahir decided
to
to
meet
drop 1,000
Zahir
pounds.
intimately.
Would have ripped that fucking mullet off the back of his head if you dropped it on me.
Oh damn.
Fucking fuck. Motherfucker.
Oh man! And now I get to coach this large individual next
Now
to
you
me.
get the easy job, wrapping knees.
Yeah, and what is definitely going to be their best venue yet? I truly believe
I think so.
100,000
agree.
square feet this year. I think she
Huge.
said, right?
Yeah, I saw pictures of it this morning.
Massive.
Huge.
People
Stage is huge.
Yes.
It is massive.
Yeah, and it was big last year.
Yeah, no, it's
It was
big.
at the Del Mar Fairgrounds, and that was pretty big. And now it's at the San Diego Convention Center. Like I said, 100,000 square feet of room for multiple sports this year too.
All kinds of activities.
Wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and obviously
There's CrossFit
showcase.
too, a little bit.
Is there?
I believe so. It was on
Anyways,
the thing.
but the main thing, obviously, powerlifting.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to huge success this year
Yeah.
with it, and hopefully it keeps going. Truly believe this is going to be the meet.
Yeah,
moving
I hope
forward.
so, man. It's awesome. It's here in San Diego. It's held by people we know. You know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's local to us, so
Gotta
that's pretty
travel.
awesome.
People are like, "Are you getting a hotel?" I'm like, "Why, bro? I live 15 minutes away.
Yeah, exactly.
I go home and take a shit in between if I want it." Although they may not let me back in, so I gotta stay.
All right, so let's we'll do a little pros and cons of this though, because there are some things that can be improved upon anything in life, and so there's definitely way more pros than cons on this event, but maybe stuff that we can improve on moving forward.
Yeah. Well, both years now, this year and last year, have been on terrible days.
So con,
Yeah,
con. We need to get a regular weekend.
Last year was Easter.
Yeah.
This year is It's Mother's Day, and when we signed up, we were supposed to lift on Saturday.
Yes.
Okay, and I was like, all right, cool. I know that weekend is Mother's Day. It's the 12th. It's a Saturday. That means I have all day Sunday to try to muster up energy to go to pay respects to probably the only people in the world that deserve a day to them as moms, right?
Yeah. Same here.
And then it flipped to Mother's Day, and I was like,
And
I could barely do the
At
meet.
that point, like all the lifters and coaches, like we had to get permission slips. Like,
I did. I'm competing in the meet and spend a lot of money, and I'm
Yeah.
like, can I still do the meet?
Yeah.
So
And-
somebody got a new Louis Vuitton purse, and is getting a whole Mother's Day weekend basically. So I'm a slave all week.
We're celebrating
You know.
on Saturday.
Yeah.
So let's maybe I'll try and help next year, or maybe see if we can get this to I don't know, like any other
Well,
weekend.
I also
I
assume
swear to
that
God, if
the
it's on
cost
Christmas
is-
next year.
Oh my God. The cost is probably a lot more
No, I
efficient.
know.
Better
So-
for a weekend like this, which
Yeah.
I understand. They're trying to get something started. Maybe this is just growing pains. And,
Oh, I have no doubt in
You
the
know.
future. I'm sure they will not want it to be on
Yeah,
a
yeah,
weekend like this. But anyways, that's how it goes. So yeah, Mother's Day weekend, but huge venue, improving. Like I said, started at her gym, California Elite, the first one. Then it went to, like I said, the Del Mar Fairground. That was pretty awesome. And now San Diego Convention Center. And I don't really think you'll get any bigger than that.
No, for those who don't know, that's where if you're like they have Comic-Con at, it's huge.
I mean, it's massive. So that's pretty awesome. Another pro is obviously the money is still there, the same. You know, people wondered after last year what would happen with it, and you know if it would stay the same or go up or whatever. Shit, I think there's more money even in the end when you look at all the sports. But powerlifting still has the same payouts with more lifters, obviously, this year. So that's another pro.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's and that's why I think we can call it the biggest powerlifting meet of the year. Obviously, there's meets like Big Dogs and some other stuff where big lifters are putting up big numbers, but they don't get the draw I think that this does with quantity of lifters, which doesn't always make the meet necessarily better, and I think we'll get into that a little bit. But the overall field is larger, the pot of money is larger, so it's more people can earn more money.
Yeah, more payouts.
The location is, I would say, probably one of the best in the world. People love coming here. So.
I'm sure Australia is cool for Big Dogs.
Oh, that would be awesome.
San Diego is probably pretty cool for us,
for most everybody.
International lifters.
Except it's raining.
Well, hopefully it'll get better.
Yeah.
But Con, I think we're still missing some big lifters out
there.
And
that's where I have a tough time like deciphering what the biggest meet of the year is because you kind of also want to have the biggest lifters in each category and weight class at these meets, and obviously there's
some of them to get advertised and commit and then have to drop out to injury, so that's understandable.
Yeah.
But yeah, even I would say there's a few out there that are just that never committed or never accepted, or I don't know.
Yeah, because USPA, you have to actually walk out your squats.
Yep. Certain people don't like that, and that's fine. But
which that's your prerogative. Then go do those other meets that you squat high, but it's fine.
So,
but yeah, a lot of like Andre was advertised, but he's not actually lifting. I think he does have a legit injury though.
The man was using leeches or some shit on his leg to try and.
We need to do that.
He probably ate them afterwards.
We need to keep the same pair of shoes for 12 years.
12, shit.
Maybe even longer, and the same singlet, and use leeches, and I think we'll be the strongest.
I'm happy he's here though. I think that's cool. Like, still came out, show support. I know he's got some other stuff going on.
Yep.
But cool. Glad he's here. It still brings out a lot of good lifters, even if they're not lifting.
Yeah, it's dope.
One thing they did this year as a pro that I thought was cool was they kind of rearranged how they did the entry or the qualifying for it.
Oh, yeah.
Changed up the qualifying totals, which was pretty cool. Allowed it a little bit more open for some people.
Yeah, so I guess originally what the deal was
well, it used to be only invite. Like you had to be invited,
And then the qualifying totals came out, and they were. That was Boss of Bosses, I think. So this one came out. It was the Classic Raw rankings, and I believe Gracie took the top 5 totals, or the number 5 total, and added 1 pound to that. So I think 275 was 1905. Yeah. And so the qualifying total was 1906.
Cool.
Which I qualified Raw. A bunch of other guys had already qualified Raw. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. But
And that's great. I think, like you said, that brought in some lifters that maybe we wouldn't have seen.
Yeah.
However, the con to that then is I think you get some people who are strong but are inexperienced. And therefore, hopefully they put it together. I truly believe that, you work up to meets like this. Mm-hmm. And it's just me, and I'm not here to hold anybody back. But I just think, like, that's how you progress into stuff like this is by doing a few meets, getting your feet wet, and then attacking on a big stage like this, Which, how many meets have you done?
4 until this one.
Which you totally could have competed at this last year. Mm-hmm. Like, you had it, but we didn't. We waited, and now you're here with a legit
way better prepared.
I mean, honestly, like, podium or bust for you.
Yeah.
That it would be a failure. It's a failure, unless barring injury. But, I mean,
if
you're not standing up there, he's got to go back to sweeping and mopping the gym.
Basically. So there was, and on that note, there was I know some people got invited, and there was I think it was a raffle or something to let some other inexperienced lifters kind of get in who didn't necessarily meet the
And I think
qualifying
it's
totals,
cool
which is different.
to get that experience, you know, and it will definitely help. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a double-edged sword to me, I guess. I don't know. You know, I did it last year for experience. I
Yeah.
definitely wasn't a competitive lifter by any means, but you know, at my place in this, I'm doing it so I can get experience to coach.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
I expect to put a lot of lifters into this meet throughout the future.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't go into it looking to, you know, stand on the podium. You know, it was
Yeah.
more or less something for my background and resume.
I'm
But it
I don't
sure
know,
is
I'm just-
helping now.
yeah. As a competitor, like, not in this meet specifically, but just in general, it would be very difficult this meet was actually very difficult for me mentally in general to kind of get into the zone, knowing that even if you have, you know, your best day, you still may not be able to catch the people you want to catch. And I don't know how it would fare if I was totally just a blip on the radar. You know, going into the meet with a 1,700-pound total, I would be like, ugh.
Well, and that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know if I could do
you,
it. You know,
knowing you and how competitive you are, you know, I wouldn't recommend, if that was the case, I wouldn't recommend you do the meet until you were at that level where you could, you know, compete. So, again, good for some people.
Yeah.
And I honestly hope everybody does well. You know, we don't want to see any injuries or
No,
anything. We
not
want
at all.
Again, the best to beat the best.
Just know if you're in 275 and you ain't mentally prepared, you're going to get eaten alive.
That's right.
Just saying. Just saying.
Oh, man. All right, so I think, I don't know, there might think of some more cons, but honestly, that was pretty much all I had, and everything else is pros. The biggest pro to me that will be the best part about this is the free live stream this year.
Yeah,
I don't care how it goes. If it's choppy, if it's
it'll
perfect.
be good. Bodybuilding.com's running
and
it.
we've
They've
been
always
using
done
that
great.
for nationals and world and all kinds of different USPA events. It has been awesome. So
Yeah, and you can go back and watch it later.
I
and
expect
that's
nothing
pretty cool.
less than this.
Yeah.
But I don't even care. Like I said, if there's a few hiccups in it, it's free, guys. You know, like you're getting to watch the best powerlifting venue meet for free this year. So let's not complain about it, because there's a lot that goes into these things. And if you don't know anything about it,
it's difficult.
It's tough, you know. I mean, so I expect a lot of people. In fact, I can't wait to talk with Gracie after this
Figure out
meet
the-
and just hear
see what
about
they
some
got.
of the numbers that you know that they got from it.
It's huge. I mean, and that's what I've been pushing, really. I mean, I know a lot of people are pushing the ticket sales, but I'm like, dude, if I was, you know, in that position like Mother's Day, I wouldn't be going, you know.
Yeah, I think it would be hard.
I'd be watching
it's definitely hard.
live stream on my phone under the table at my brunch.
This is right.
Can I get one day?
What would you like, sir? Yes, good job.
Let me get water. Let me get some pancakes, man. Yeah, but no, it's awesome. It should be
But
great.
that's another pro though too.
Yeah.
They lowered the ticket prices. From last year, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely very reasonable and
I had to buy tickets from my own family, man.
well, you know.
Can I get some free tickets? That's next year. How about we do that? Can you let the athletes get like 2 tickets for free?
That would be cool.
At least
some
for the
tickets
coaches or
for-
something?
I don't even care. I don't even care. I support the sport because I hold meets at my gym. I don't care if I have to pay $20.
I mean, I can't get third place because I already spent almost $300 on it, so I need to at least break even.
Yeah.
I can't go home with that.
Yeah, I agree. I think you put a lot of money into this event if you're coming out
That's
here to do
$200.
it. So I hope you're trying to get on that podium somehow. But yeah, no, $30 for the whole weekend. That's not bad. Shit, man. I mean, regular meets are $10 usually. $5-10.
Con as an athlete was the kind of the schedule. So weigh-ins start at 7:30 a.m. Not weigh-ins. I'm sorry.
Gear check. Yeah.
Start at 7:30, and then we can't even weigh in on the scales until 9. That's
I heard they're gonna have a table of donuts sitting right there at
Well,
at 7:29.
But if you're cutting weight like most of us are at this point, like that every hour, especially at that point, is and I'm not cutting that much, but I could just imagine
you're
like
gonna be sitting down
people
there
are
just
just
fine.
dying.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, it's like let's just get it over with. So hopefully they bring them out a little earlier. I thought the spread and time was a little bit crazy.
I mean, unfortunately, they can't. If the meet starts at 9, it's got to be a 24-hour weigh-in. It's a rule. So
That's why he gets all the money.
no, that's why I'm a ref.
That's why he gets paid all
I
the
know these
big
things,
bucks.
and a meet director.
Okay.
Anyways, I mean, I think people will be antsy anyways, so there'll probably be plenty of people down there. I think that's a little early. I think 8 o'clock, and you could easily get everybody's gear checked in by 9, so the first person can step on the scale.
I can understand today because I have quite a few.
Hey, I mean, it's part of the sport in my opinion. When I used to wrestle and stuff, it was stuff just like this. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Yeah, that's a. I'll say that. Okay, minor con.
Yeah, just a little. I don't know. I thought it was weird.
But yeah, so lower ticket prices. That's pro. What else we got? I think the lifter appreciation stuff.
Awesome.
Like from what I've seen of the bags, I mean, last year it was pretty cool. We got a bunch of cool stuff. This year it looks amazing.
A couple of the guys that I work with go to California Elite after work, and they were telling me how they saw all the, all the stuff being lined out, and Gracie's posted.
Hell, even if you're a spotter, you get a pretty cool
Thomas
setup.
was telling me he got
it's a good thing we know him. It's too bad he's not our size.
Yeah,
we just
shorts.
we just
he's only spotting Saturday on the women's platform.
Oh man, now
he's so mad. What can we do Sunday? Well,
you have to be over this tall.
Well, he's not short, but
no,
I don't know. Why.
Anyways. Lifter stuff looks good this year.
Yeah,
that's
great.
Pretty cool.
On top of the money, right?
I mean,
it's
that's
cool.
awesome from the people out there that get money off this sport, that make money off this sport. That they're giving back. 8-Man's a huge. I think they're the title sponsor, and they've really done a lot. Like I said, for this event, so I'll be excited to see those guys out there this weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. But overall, the biggest pro of this whole thing is just continuing to push the sport.
Yeah, that's a huge thing because if you guys are fans of powerlifting and this meet and everything that leads up to it, the training, watching the training from other athletes has just been crazy. You got guys pushing the limits every week in, week out, and JP going up against Brandon,
Yeah, barring injury, I think this year will be some of the coolest head-to-head battles, hopefully. I mean, we got Larry and Dennis in 308s. And wait, Brandon's 308 too?
No, supers.
He's supers, okay.
Yeah, he's 330 right now.
Who else is – there's another big boy that's in there that's 308.
Big boy.
Oh, big boy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Big boy's going to be
another big boy, that other big boy.
Looks like he's had a pretty decent training cycle as well.
308s, we should have a good battle between the top 3 there.
Yeah, there's some other guys in there I'm not really familiar with, though. But
for sure.
Yeah, super heavyweights is going to be dope.
It's going to be awesome to watch that.
Brandon Allen and JP. Yeah. Brandis from Gracie's gym as Brandis Dews put together
a good training cycle.
Very solid training cycle.
Squats look most improved probably out of anybody I've seen train this.
No,
besides
Bruce.
Bruce, yeah.
Bruce's squat went from.
I think Bruce summoned the what's Aquaman? What is he? He's like the Atlassian ocean Guardians power and
it's awesome.
He looks awesome.
Just to watch that, somebody like Bruce who would struggle with squats, just all of a sudden and skyrocket has been great.
Totally.
The girls too, the women.
Yeah, I mean we're definitely looking forward to probably.
I'm not even as
Wilkes
lean as Cece Holcomb at 181. I would not be as muscular. It's so stupid.
Yes, she is setting a standard. But
Steffi Cohen and
Bird,
oh man, yes,
Susan, who obviously I'm rooting big time for Susan. I know her, and Jessica's helping her with her diet up to this prep. So
she looks great.
One of our coaches in our gym. That's pretty awesome. So
the women are going to be highly competitive.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. This is going to be.
They're going to put the men's Wilkes score to shame.
Yeah. Well,
I wouldn't be surprised if we have multiple 600s.
I think there will be. I think there will be. Like I said, barring
4 or 5
or anything, there could be 4.
Yeah.
Easy 600 plus Wilkes. And then the guys. Although, spoiler alert, Joe didn't make weight. Joe.
That sucks. Joe is definitely in the running for the big money.
He was going for the 40 grand. Let's all be honest. He cut weight. Last year he was 220, right?
Yeah, and he was 40 pounds away from Yuri, albeit Yuri went 5 for 9.
Yeah, but
but still, numbers and numbers.
He did this to
get the 40K.
A legit shot at the 40K. So,
he would have made $50,000 in powerlifting in 2 years. That's not bad for a hobby. Yeah. Especially if you live in Ohio, that goes a long way. Out here, it ain't shit. You can pay your rent for 2 months.
It'll get you a Fiat.
I'd make more than that. I have 2 cars. But
anyway,
just guys
so-
going up and leading up to this, you didn't know. One of the big things too was you didn't know who the hell was in and who the hell was out.
True.
You know how do you?
There you go, Con.
Yeah, who?
We need
how do
to
you
have
know
the
who's
roster.
in? How
We
do you
need
know
to
who's out?
where? Although this year was cool that she gave them a little bit of time to decide, because last year where you got invited was where you had to compete. You know, this year you.
Oh,
you
yeah,
could
they let us
enter, and
move
she
around.
gave it. She gave them a couple of months or I don't know a while, and then she set like a lockdown data for the rosters.
Yeah.
And now basically, if you miss weight or you go up or down a class, you can't win money.
Yeah,
now,
there was.
or you
I
don't
didn't
qualify
think
for the
originally
money.
you were going to be allowed to move because that's what I had heard from.
Yeah, because Adam was looking at possibly 220s. So.
No, not this time. I accepted my fate. I was talking
So we were
to
looking at 308s maybe.
Amanda, Bruce's
Yeah.
fiance.
Yeah.
And she was doing some of the coordination, and we talked, and she had mentioned something about not letting people move weight classes, and we talked about, well, I know guys like Larry and Kevin and even Bruce himself that we're gonna be
Yeah, that
adjusting
changed
as
weight.
as their prep went on, and guys dropping down or up, and
Sure.
Kevin Oak signed up for 275. He's going 242. Larry signed up for 275. So did Dennis. They both went to 308.
Yeah. There's a lot of moving, which is good though that there was some
Like a regular
allowance
meet,
for that.
And I think that it had to change because the qualifying total thing went away
Yeah. Right.
towards the end. And they just
Exactly. And this again keeps it competitive. Lets guys go out there and do
Yeah.
the best they can. Last year there was a lot of injuries throughout the day on the men's day.
Yeah.
I mean, being part of it, I saw it. Our flight went from big to small real fast. And I think this allows people to go in at their strongest. Now,
Yeah.
there's still going to be guys who are doing massive cuts and everything, but and that could lead, to injury. We'll see. But
Quads like Rob, he's going 308 too.
yeah,
that's
there you
who
go.
you're talking
So,
about.
yeah, damn, 308s are stacked.
Stacked.
Anyways,
Dude,
242 class is insane.
They have a whole flight to themselves.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that is the
We're
most
mixed in with the
lifting.
220s, but they have a whole flight. There's 15 of them.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know. Quality of lifters is definitely really good this year.
Yeah.
Head-to-head battles should be awesome this year.
There was because 275 kind of the gates opened up a little bit once guys started moving around, right? And you just got to kind of stick to your guns in a meet like this, and just you really have to play your own game, and that's one thing that I liked about watching everybody's prep is it looked like everybody was kind of while pushing each other, you're still kind of in your own zone, not letting anybody get you out of your your
and
training,
also,
right?
and it pushes you a little bit. I'm sure you seeing, Andy do this or Foster do this
Yeah.
or Perseus do this. You're gonna go out there and come in with a little bit more fire now,
Lot, yeah.
which is good. Yeah, that's what I love about the big meets like this is, man, the social media, most of the people out there are posting, that are competing, and it definitely makes for awesome training,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. So this is pretty awesome. Again, we don't really want to get into every division because I don't know. We don't know everybody out there, but
No.
just know that kind of probably like last year, there's going to be some, some dropouts, some bomb outs, some, unexpected events. However, I think, again, with all the good changes that were made this year, there's going to be a lot more fun battles, exciting
should be
stuff
great.
for the crowd. So, yeah, if you're not going, get the live stream both days. If you are, like I said, I think it's KernUSOpen.com for the tickets. And come watch Adam on Sunday, podium or bust. Well, I mean, to make up your money, you need second or better. So, and then to take your coach out to dinner, you probably need to win.
All right.
So.
We need somebody to hit Andy in his left knee. I'm just kidding.
All right, we'll see you there.